My guest today is Chad Parsons, and he's with the Greater Philadelphia Area Puppetry Guild. And Chad, you are going to be leading a All Hallows Church summer puppetry camp.
Yep, that's correct. That's correct.
Can you tell me a little bit more about why this is such a unique opportunity for children to do something other than sports or computer camps, and what you hope to share with the children in this first ever All Hallows Puppetry Camp?
I think first off, I want to share with the children that their creativity is super and uber important. It's a tool that you will always use, whether you're in the arts or not. Creativity is a tool that you will use in the professional field, left and right, all over the place. And so the way I structured it is actually based off of a class I was taking about kind of teaching structure and theater specifically. But we go into learn, apply, and create. So basically, what we're doing throughout one day is we will learn, or I like to say, like experience whatever type of puppetry they're doing that day. So we get to see it, we get to feel it, we get to learn about it. Then we're going to rehearse our play that we're going to do Jack and the Beanstalk. So we'll basically take the props that we've already made, so the puppets that are already made, and the kids will then play with those puppets, applying all those skills, learning about how those puppets move and work and stuff like that, and get to see our designs that are geared towards Jack and the Beanstalk. The last session of the day is their own creativity. So now they've played with these things, they've learned how they work. Now they get to take it and use their imagination and create a character based on the style that we're working with that day.
And how many
Yeah.
different styles do you intend to expose the kids to over the course of the 5 days?
Six.
Okay.
Six, yep. And basically the first one's paper plate puppets, which is an elastic mouth, which I have an example of actually
Okay.
right here. And so this is an elastic mouth. Usually this string is invisible, but I have it on here for an example. So that's how you
Sure.
move the mouth, like that. Hey, everyone, come on down.
That's cute.
Um,
I like that.
right? The other thing is a rod puppet. I don't have one of those with me, but that's just a rod, what it sounds like, a rod puppet. There's a head on it, there's a body on it. Sometimes there's arms on that. And that just
Okay.
kind of goes left and right type of thing. Then we're going to go into sock puppets, which are basically the Muppet style. And that's where
Right.
you'll learn like lip syncing and all that type of, I call classic puppetry, right? Yeah. And then we go into shadow puppetry, which is very cool. I love shadow puppetry. Manual Cinemas is one of the best shadow puppetry people out there, in my opinion. And then we go into multi-person puppetry. So the kids will learn to work together and collaborate as an ensemble on, this is going to be the giant, basically. I can't do this myself. Yeah, so basically three kids are on this thing, and one will move the feet, one will move the head, and one will move the body.
Oh,
You can kind of
wow.
see how yeah. So I can't do it myself. That's the cool part about it, is they walk away not only thinking about themselves in that moment, but the group in that moment as well.
That's really
And then
neat.
the last one is object transformation. So right here we have a wine opener, right? And I used this at one point for Jack's mom, because she always yells at him, Jack, Jack, Jack!
I love it. I love it.
So it's taking something that is not typically a puppet and making it a puppet in some way, shape, or form. And
That's
so
pretty
that's kind of the
cool.
layout of the week of what we'll be learning.
And what do you hope that the parents of these children will see in the value of a puppetry camp? I mean, there's something that's kind of unusual for this area right now,
Hmm.
but what
I
do
think
you
that we're
think
going to
will help
learn. Yeah,
parents make
yeah.
that decision?
I think we're going to learn the arts are going to be our saving grace in the next couple years. I think that it's so important that we understand who we are and that we understand humanity and we understand people. And I think puppetry helps you also learn empathy in a way too. It helps you dive into character. So does theater. Dive into different people's lives. Take a moment and sit in their shoes for a second and just think, what if this was me?
I agree. That's pretty neat. What has your experience been in the past with camps like this?
So this is actually my first full-on puppetry camp. I've taught puppetry within weeks at a time, but not all at once. So I never had the opportunity to kind of try this format out, because it's always been in within an hour and 15 minutes this format has been put into.
Okay.
So to extend the format, really, I think I'm excited about that. It's going
Wonderful.
to give them the great experience, I think.
And tell me a little bit about the Puppetry Guild.
Yeah, the puppetry guild's been amazing. This is a funny story. I don't know if we can use all this. I'm not gonna lie about
Okay.
it. So, the one puppet, my first puppet, my friend got me called me up. He works at a smoke shop, and he said he wants a puppet representation, and he knows I do theater and puppetry and stuff like that. So he called me up and he said, "Would you be interested in helping me like create this thing?" And then he ended up calling Ron D Productions, who is a part of GPAPG. 10 years ago, Ron D and I met when I was doing Avenue Q. She taught me my very first puppetry ever, when
Wonderful.
I put Avenue Q in my hands. And 10 years later, to the date we opened Avenue Q, she handed me this Nuggy puppet, it's called, on the same day that we met 10 years ago, which I thought
That's
was really
neat.
cool. And so
Yeah.
she said to me in our conversations, just in creating Nuggy, she's like, "Have you joined the Puppetry Guild? Do you know about the Puppetry Guild?" I'm like, "I don't know anything about the Puppetry Guild at all, Ronnie." And so basically within a couple days, I signed up, and then I got Sally's amazing. Sally is the best membership board person ever. She contacts everybody. She's so great at it. And she got me a lot of opportunities to perform a show that I created on my own. And we're doing a third performance of it coming up in August. So the Poetry
Wonderful.
Guild's been really amazing, and I really recommend it.
So that Avenue Q and that experience kind of got you into the art form.
Yes.
What had you been doing before that?
Theater.
Okay.
Theater. Yeah. Yep. Musical theater to start. And then my life shifted a little bit. I got into directing a little bit more. And then I found theater for young audiences, is which my master's is in.
Okay.
And theater and young audiences and puppetry are hand in hand. So I had a whole
Good.
puppetry class in grad school. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Which I made this guy, which I can show you. This is also object transformation, but a little bit different. This is Fran. He's a fanny, and he's not very happy about it. It is what it is, and I'm pink. I was born this way.
I love it. That's so cool. Oh, that's very
That's one of my
cool.
favorite ones I've ever made. Not gonna lie
That's
about it.
pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
So this will be a first time for you with a camp setting.
But not theater. I mean, I've taught theater camps. That's what I'm doing right now. But as a full-on puppetry camp every day, this will be the first time.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.